How are you doing? I'm Bill DeWeese, pro voiceover talent and voiceover career coach. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my video. Before we go any further, you know the routine. Hit the bell to make sure you get notifications when new content comes out. Thumbs up, share, all of that good stuff. The purpose of this channel, the purpose of this video, is to help you become profitable as a voiceover talent. So if you're somebody who's looking to monetize your voice, not just monetize and make a few bucks here and there, but build a sustainable career. Most, I would say 99+% of the people that I work with are people who want to make this their career, or at least like in retirement as something to keep them busy, to make money, to support themselves. I haven't met anybody yet that really didn't want to make money recording voiceover. So if that's you, you've come to the right place. Now today, I'm going to talk to you about my personal audio settings, my audio chain, specifically the software side of things. Now, it began when I recently received an email, and here's what the email said. Hi, Bill, long time fan and follower, curious what your universal audio setup looks like. The Avalon 737 and Neve DFC have been interesting additions to the platform. Curious to see a screenshot of what you're rocking as of late. Now, when I received this, I thought, no, I really shouldn't respond, which I'll explain why in just a moment. But I had a moment and I did. And the response I received back was, I'll just summarize for you. It was like, oh, can you please show me all the specific, I sent a screenshot of just to show the chain of the software plugins that I use. Can I please show him all the specific, the way I've got it all dialed in? And then he sent me screenshots of how he's got his dialed in and wanted to talk gear and specifics and all of that kind of thing. No. Don't go there. And let me tell you why. My settings are not important to you. And I have to make sure that they don't become overly important to me. Now, what I mean by that is, let me say this. Audio is important. If your audio doesn't sound good, you've got problems. And it is, I would say, one of the most, if not the number one killer of voiceover opportunities and voiceover career. People whose audio is just not up to par. And that's why there are people like my son, Alex DeWeese, who are pros at helping people set up their audio. But there are two reasons why my audio settings should not matter to you. And they are, number one, my settings are specific to me, to my voice, to the equipment I'm using, including my microphone, the space in which I'm sitting. For you to take my settings, and by the way, this is not a criticism of the person who sent me the email. I get it. I love to talk shop, and it's easy to geek out on this stuff. I mean, I totally get it. So I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. But you could take my exact settings, and it's not going to help you because your voice is different. Your space is different. The equipment you're operating with may be different. So it's just a bad idea to begin with. Don't copy somebody else's settings. Maybe as a starting point, yes. But just because somebody else is doing something doesn't mean it's going to be the right thing for you. The other thing is this, is that it is detrimental to your growth as a voiceover business person. What I mean by that is it's so easy to get sucked into the rabbit hole of gear. I see it over and over again. And I'm not saying it's not fun to talk about. I'm not saying you should never talk about it. But what I'm saying is it's easy to make that primary, to geek out on the latest plugins. What about this compared to that? The reality is if you've got a decent microphone, I've said it 100 times before, I'll say it again. I started with a $60 Marshall MXL microphone. I built a solid six-figure income, recorded national TV commercials with a $60 Marshall MXL microphone. And I've had people raise their eyes at me before, thinking, well, you can't do that. Well, I did do that because that was my budget, at the time. Now, as I grew that income and then, and I had the extra money to spend, sure, I've bought more expensive gear since then. And I'm not saying a $60 microphone is as good as a $1,000 microphone, but what I'm saying is is that if your space is most important, if you have that right and you tweak everything else, your EQ, your processing, all of that appropriately, the difference is going to be negligible to your client. So want to talk gear? That's great. Talk gear, but don't let it distract you to the point where it becomes a detriment to your career. And I think it is for a lot of people. They love podcasts and videos and things that are talking about the latest, greatest. And again, I'm not saying, it's fine to keep up with things. But when that becomes your obsession and you, okay, I tried this. Oh, they've got a new plugin. Let's try that. Oh, there's this new. Oh, let's try that. Now, wait a minute. I saw this person use that microphone. Maybe if I use that, it will make me a more successful voiceover talent. No, it will not. Just know that. It will not. And the time that you're spending, the energy, the money that you could be marketing yourself and building a sustainable and profitable voiceover business. First things first. Always first things first. And when it comes to audio, it's not your microphone. It's not the software. It's the space in which you're operating. Everything else is secondary to that. Again, I am here to help you to become profitable. So I'm not trying to be a buzzkill or to try to stop anybody's good time. And I like to talk equipment on occasion, but don't let it distract you from what's most important and what's primary. Get your sound right. Get a pro to listen to what you have in your space and to get the audio set to where it should be for you. And then don't think about it so much. Don't try to keep up with all the latest stuff because it's not going to make you more successful. That's the illusion. Every time I buy a new set of golf clubs, and it's fairly frequently, it does not help my golf game. So I say this as a person, I understand, I get it. And I suffer from this affliction. More so in golf, it's a hobby, but when it comes to business and me making money, I'm going to do what it takes to make money. And that means focus on my marketing primarily, also my performance and the cultivation of clients. But get the audio right, and then lock it in, and then move on to the things that will help you be successful as a voiceover talent. I just had a thought. I just wonder how many thousands, if not millions of dollars of equipment have been purchased and sold by people who got into voiceover, who got distracted with the gear, kept acquiring stuff, and then eventually sold it because they weren't successful, because they were focused and distracted by the wrong kind of thing. I'd venture to say it's a lot of stuff, a lot of money. Don't be that person. You can do it, but you've got to stay focused on the primary thing. Always keep that front and center. And that, unfortunately, is not the gear. Gear's more fun sometimes, but it's not primary. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. I do appreciate it. And as I said earlier, I do hope you'll give it a thumbs up, share, and of course, hit the bell. And I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.